that we do, you want to just chuck those things in there? So first thing we look for in this movement, once again, is that we're not breaking at the hips, so the weight gets transferred straight up through his heels, and his hips are coming forward on it, yep. So you'll notice his back's nice and straight. Guys have got a little tendency to flick out here on their back, so the first thing they do is they'll pop on the lift. So if I'm lifting there, especially when you put load on, they'll go that way first and then get up. Whereas we want them just to be transferring straight through, so real emphasis is on the hips coming forward. Excuse me, and obviously driving through on his glutes. And I suppose the thing is, when it comes down specifically in terms of this movement, probably when you're scrummaging and tells, we were trying to do it on Friday night, was we fight and go through. And so the first movement that we do is that we drop our hips and get that way first, rather than fighting and going. So if I'm scrummaging against Nick, Tinky, correct me if I'm wrong here, mate, but I only used to just feed it to you fat blokes. So if I'm fighting against Nick, the first movement that I'm going to do if we're working hard is I've got to drop my hips. Obviously that's not for example. I'm dropping my hips and getting through that way more. So in terms of the that lift being specific to it, that's purely what we're after. The other thing is you're just getting great strength out of it as well, because my hips are going to drop as I come through that weight. It all comes from the glute activation, yep. So we talk about, I keep emphasising here, yep, it's just glutes coming through. Once your back is nice and straight and your chest is forward, as soon as you bring your chest forward, your back straightens anyway. Questions on that?
Just in fast purpose. Sorry.
Yep, we'll go, you go. Yep.
I just said fast purpose concern. I say weightlift is actually alternative grip.
Yeah.
I just want to do this. Is it really benefit or is it just preference?
No, that's probably just a personal preference. We get our guys over the top. Some guys, if they've got big weight, will go underneath more. It's probably just more of a preventative slipping, yeah. Yeah, and if your hands sweating and stuff. With big loads on, some of the guys use wraps and they wrap when they go on the weight.
Just the one thing I'll touch on with Ricky saying there, huge, and it's become quite common now, disc injuries within rugby, especially in the front row. So with squatting and especially deadlifting being technically perfect and dropping the weight back 40% of what you think you can do is so much, it is so important in the long run, isn't it, Rick? Because we've had probably 5 here and 2 being operated on of disc injuries, and with all the sports science and things coming in, you are physically getting stronger, but technically we're probably going the other way. So really important in these 2 areas to ensure you do it properly, because it feels okay now. 10 years' time, you'll be feeling it, trust me.
Just with feet positioning, does it really matter whether they're parallel or to the side?
Look, once again, probably similar to that squat, you can have a couple of different setups on it. Ideally we keep talking about the feet being square. Some people have their toes slightly going out anyway. Yeah. The only thing is, once you, probably more so on the deadlift, once you get through there, if your feet are out, you've got that tendency to come through more naturally there. If your feet are a bit more square on, you've got a tendency more to pop because you're transferring weight through your heels, but you're also digging your big toe as well. So, and if you try that, just find a space, guys, and you try it. Just go through that movement just in a squat, you'll feel the difference. Try and get your hips come forward on it, and then try one when your feet are really more square. Have a go at that just in your own space where you are, guys. So,